A big deadline is approaching that can shape the crypto market. We're also going to talk about a player buying strategic reserves, but it's not XRP, it's not BTC. In fact, it's a new one. And we're going to talk XRP price because the volume is way down. If we can hold key levels through this weekend, we're going to be good. Along with
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Happy Saturday to all my crypto friends out there watching and listening. We got some mix of red and green up on the screen, but it's mostly sideways action, which is good because the volume absolutely sucks. I told you it would happen. Now here's the thing. If we can hold these prices through the weekend, through the crazy low volume, we will be good. Why? Because we got a big deadline next week. The week after that is CPI data and crypto week. In fact, how low is the volume? 1.5 billion for XRP. We're getting to like pre-election volume action. Now, before we get into the news, yeah, I know I kind of went a little bit with the tip. We go with your comments. Why? Because you, the viewer, matter most. As RF says, hey, showing some love from Alaska, brother. Keep doing your thing. I need some of that motivation so I can get back in shape myself. Dropping support on the channel as well. I appreciate it. Dude, motivation for getting in shape is taking care of your body. Just take it a day at a time and make those good choices. Richard Padilla says, happy 4th. Dropping support on the channel as well. Well, thank you, sir. Says, I'm making holiday pay. Just sharing some with you for the updates. Well, I appreciate that. That was sincere and very nice of you, kind sir. Miss Rise to the Top. Always love that name. Dropping support on the channel as well. Got a America flag. Well done, good friend. Says, great time to be alive. It is a great time to be alive. The only thing I will tell you this. It was a very muted celebration. We blew off some fireworks in the street in front of my house yesterday, but we didn't hear as many fireworks this year. In fact, normally like the week leading up to the 4th of July, people are blowing stuff off all around me, but we didn't hear it this year. Is this inflation taking a bite out of people's discretionary spending? Let me know down below. Did y'all notice that fireworks were more, less, or about the same this year compared to last year? Bitcoin's in at 108,384. ETH is 2520. XRP at 222. We're going to talk about a new strategic reserve, right? We've talked about XRP. We've talked about BTC. We've talked about ETH. We've got a new one in town, everyone. And by the way, market alert here. ZEBEC absolutely falling apart. Their socials have been quiet for the last 2 days. Price absolutely eroding, and unfortunately, I told you so. On May 28th, I said on Twitter, this is why I have my Twitter link down below. On May 28th, they said, watch this turn out to be one nasty pump and dump. Go through the posts and see how most of the followers are bots. There's no partnership, and all the same junk YouTubers pump this like they do every other pump and dump scam. I said that on May 28th. And what has happened to the price of ZEBEC since May 28th? Well, let's find out. That price on May 28th was 64 cents. And now it is way less than half of that at 27. I told you. So you can spot this stuff from a mile away. But let's get into it. DeFi Development Corp buys another 2.7 million in Sol. Yeah, who had that on the old crypto bingo card? The publicly traded real estate tech development company, DeFi Development Company, NASDAQ symbol DFDV, has acquired another 17,760 SOL tokens valued at $2.72 million. The purchase pushes the company's total holdings to approximately 640,000 SOL. This brings the total value of its crypto treasury to 98 million. So they've been buying before. I just haven't seen any articles regarding it. Kind of weird, but have you heard of someone purchasing SOL for the treasury? They've got 100 million worth of it. Pretty interesting. I like seeing this. I know it's not XRP. It's not any of the other big ones we cover on the channel. But guess what? It's outside of BTC and ETH. And hey, I'm here to support that news. All right, so we got a big deadline coming up. And look at the stern look on his face. Why? Because the Trump tariff extension deadlines are set to expire on June 9th. That's right. The stakes for millions of U.S. consumers and businesses are on high as economists warn of a barrage of import duties announced on April 2nd. Remember the whole Liberation Day tariffs? Well, guess what? That 90-day reprieve ends on July 9th. As next week deadline approaches, the Trump administration has touted new trade agreements with China, the UK, and Vietnam. Vietnam was a big one because that was a top 5 for discrepancies with trade. While the status of other pacts remain under wraps, Mr. Trump told reporters on Friday that the U.S. is likely to start informing some countries where their tariffs will face. Now remember, this is big because with these tariffs, you got a lot of people like Jerome Powell that said, yo, if the tariffs go in effect, we're going to have short-term bumps in inflation. All right, XRP melting faces. Look, okay, you can't fix stupid. You can't fix retarded. The problem we got is players are still using melting faces, grown men will cry. They're trying to get you to FOMO into this shit. They're trying to tell you that XRP is coiling for like a snake for the last 2 months. It's not that we're coiling like a snake. It's that we're range bound in the friend zone here. And the reason that we're range bound is because we're waiting for certain economic things to thaw. Malarin says XRP is coiling like a spring, and when it snaps, boom. Early breakout in history started quiet. It's just FOMO. It's the same tactic that Sailor uses to make you think that you're going to miss out on stuff. Look, here's the deal. We ain't getting rate cuts until September. We're going to learn on the week of Crypto Week, which is the 15th, on what's going to happen with these bills. You're not going to get ETFs until September, October, so we got some time. All right? Is this thing going to like totally melt faces? Look, you need some massive things to happen. Right now in the crypto volume, we're at 85 billion, very slow. Altcoin season, 25 out of 100. All right? In terms of inflows, we still got them going on, leaning heavily to the BTC side. We already touched on low XRP volume. What's the key for this weekend? Can we survive in the friend zone range anywhere from 210 to 230? Most likely, we're going to end somewhere around that 215 to 220 mark. As long as volume stays where it's at, as long as price stays where it's at, we're good to go. We don't need to go any deeper than this because we know the markets are going to be quiet this weekend because it's a holiday weekend. Yeah, I really don't like all those Twitter announcements where they're like, oh, you're going to miss out. Oh, there's going to be a supply shock and you're never going to be able to buy XRP. Like, no, you're always going to be able to buy it because there's always people selling. There's always people buying. There's always people exiting positions and there's always people getting into new positions. And it's just frustrating because the tactic that Sailor uses for FOMO, oh, you better get into BTC now before you're priced out. It's all BS. It's all trying to get you to think that you're going to miss out on the opportunity. It's not how it works. Look, we've got time with crypto. And the reason we got time is because Congress moves slow. Jerome Powell moves slow. The SEC moves slow. And guess what? Economic conditions globally still suck. Globally, we still have high inflation. Things are still very expensive globally. So until that stuff gets fixed, risky assets like crypto, yeah, are still problematic. And let's be honest here. Crypto Week is going to tell us a lot. They're going to tell us what we can expect time frame-wise, pain points, and so forth. Now, the SOL Strategic Reserve thing is pretty cool. Real estate company getting to about $100 million worth of SOL. I think that's awesome. I would rather it be some of our other favorites that we cover on the channel, but it's still cool to do one of these that isn't BTC or ETH. Now, the whole ZEBEC ZBCN thing, look, when a company out of nowhere is like this, and then all of a sudden rocket ships on all these announcements, which, by the way, if you dive deeper into the announcements, they were all bullshit. And the best part is, like, the companies that they acquire, you look at the companies that they acquired, they were, like, piece of shit companies that were super small. They had, like, the net value of, like, my AR cleaning cloth for my Nuevo lenses that I got put into my glasses. Yeah, like, it was a joke. And you could see the stuff like this happen over and over and over again. Why? Well, because I've been covering crypto now, like on YouTube for like the last, 5-6 years. I've been involved with crypto a few years even before that. You can see the writing on the wall with the stuff. Overpromise and underdeliver. Just like the whole FOMO of, ooh, it's coiling like a spring. You're going to miss out. No, you're not going to miss out. You're not. And guess what? There's always going to be a move up. There's always going to be a move down. There's always going to be people buying and always going to be people selling. Now, what's the deal with this weekend? Volume, suckaroni. As long as the price holds aroni, all of us jabronis are going to be okay. And then next week, things heat up. Tariff deadlines, and then the week after that, CPI data and crypto week. It's better than Shark Week. Well, I don't know. Because Congress does overpromise and underdeliver, so maybe Shark Week will be better. Either way, we'll both find out. So make sure you hit that notification bell and subscribe button so you don't miss out. Choo-choo what? Choo-choo Biznatchos. Hopefully you have all your fingers today from blowing up fireworks yesterday. Dude, my street's a mess because I was blowing up fireworks. But let me know down below. Did you notice it was a muted celebration? I sure as hell did because no one was really blowing up fireworks by me. I did. Like, yeah, my street's messy. I'm going to have to clean it up today.